You people just want a situation whereby you know the office of a particular blogger, and then when they say anything, if it doesn't suit you, you go and arrest them. How many times have you stood on that Senate floor and then say that Nigerian youths are going through a lot? All of a sudden, online media is looking like the demon here. But when it comes to political times, when it comes to time for campaigns, time for election, is this same online media platform that you all go to spread your propaganda? You see, I cannot understand why it always seems like in the way or avenue that the youths try to take their own destiny in their own hands, the government somehow find a way to want to truncate it, to want to block it, to just want to be a stumbling block to the progress of the youth in this country. They want to come out under the guise of trying to regulate something and then just want to stifle or just want to destroy what those people are trying to build, especially when they are not given a better alternative. They just want to come in and destroy because somehow it doesn't serve their purpose. Now, this latest call by Senator Ned Nwoko is just another one. Take a look at it, and when we come back, we'll talk.
Mr. President, this bill, therefore, is not an attack on these platforms. It's a call for equity and fairness. It's a demand for respect and recognition of Nigeria's status as a global leader in digital engagement. In furtherance of our commitment to a structured and accountable digital space, this bill also mandates all bloggers operating in Nigeria to have an office that is verifiable in any of the capital cities across the country. They must keep proper records of the employees and belong to recognized national bodies, which shall have its headquarters in Abuja. We cannot continue to have a situation where individuals operate anonymously, spreading information mostly false, without any structure or accountability. Just like traditional media houses, bloggers must be properly registered and regulated to ensure professionalism, transparency, and responsibility in their operations. Mr. President and my colleagues, I urge all to support the passage of this bill. It's a bold step towards ensuring that Nigeria's digital space is not only vibrant, but also fair and just for all stakeholders.
You see the funny thing? Senator Ned Nwoko is the senator representing my senatorial district at the Senate, Delta North. He's also one of the senators that defected from the PDP to the APC that led to the wahala between Senator Natasha Akpoti-Oduaghan and the Senate President. So that's the senator. Anyway, back to the matter. You stood at the floor of the Senate to propose a bill to regulate bloggers, regulate social media. Now you've forgotten that this is an avenue that these people, these youths, most of which are graduates that couldn't get a job. All they had was, okay, I have a phone. It may not be the most sophisticated phone, but they have a phone and they started to do something to make a living for themselves. The government has failed to provide an enabling environment for those people to do a normal job. That is not to say blogging is not a normal job. But what I'm saying is that most people started doing this just because they are looking for a way to make money, because sometimes these things have zero entry level. And it's cost effective. Like you can have the most basic smartphone and you can start blogging. They failed to realize that what mainly brought this is lack of employment. no job. That is when some of these people decided to say, okay, what else can I do from the comfort of my home? I don't have to go out to spend, money on fuel, driving all around. I don't have to just go around, but I can just be in the comfort of my house and make money. I decided doing it. Now, like I said, these people are using just a phone that it's like a one-man business. Only one person might just be controlling like a big media platform you see online. You just find out that it's just one person and just his or her phone. So that means they're not paying for staff, they're not paying for rent for an office, they're not paying for generator to run their office, they're not driving to work, they're not doing that. This is the same people you want to go and open office. Like you have provided a good environment, economic wise, for them to do this. Like, are you all just clueless about what is going on in the country? Why are you all doing this? If it doesn't serve you, then let it just scatter. You very well know that these people, most of these bloggers, don't have that money to do this. In any case, you people just want a situation whereby you know the office of a particular blogger, and then when they say anything, if it doesn't suit you, you go and arrest them. That is the only reason here, because I don't understand why you know that these people, a lot of them blog from their homes, a lot of them blog from their very small corners, and you want them to open an office, start running generator, start as in running an office. Where is the money? While I'm against those who will just sit down and cook up stories and don't do your research, just do stories, I'm not for that. That is not the kind of blogging or journalism that I will subscribe to or I support. But I'm saying that what you're saying is not realistic. Now they should also form. You also said that they should form an association, and then they'll have their headquarters in Abuja. Which money would they use to have an office? Like you said, this is not an attack on the media. Is Mr. Senator, this is an attack, or it's looking like it's going to be an attack. Because we really need to differentiate when someone is pushing for something because it personally affects the person. I know that for you, every day there's one story about you online, whether you want to take a 10th wife, or there's an actress that you got pregnant, or you are fighting with these bloggers and debunking one or two things. So I can understand. So it's personal to you. But you will not say because you're in a position to do that and then you're calling for them to do things when you have not provided an enabling environment for these things to thrive. A blogger should have an office. Some big media houses are collapsing their structures just so that they can be doing, in any way they can spend less money to run their media organization. They will do it. And you're saying those people who are just trying to make a living by doing like online media, run an online media platform, you're saying they should have an office. Really? You stand there reading Riot Act on bloggers. But meanwhile, we need Riot Act to be read on the economy. We need Riot Act to be read on security. We need regulations on how on the dollar and naira, so that naira will not just be having a free fall. How many times have you gotten up to read Riot Act on all these things or anything that will benefit the youth? I'm not saying you go and be giving them 2,000 naira. How many times have you stood on that Senate floor and then say that Nigerian youth are going through a lot, Nigerian youth are doing this is what they need? How many times? But then you just stand there and bloggers are your problem with all the problems in the country, even the one that you caused at the Senate there between the senator as Senator Natasha and the Senate President. All of you are not saying again, you're all quiet. But now bloggers are your problem. We know when things are personal. This is just like a personal fight to you, and we understand it. We get it. With zero entry level, a lot of people can start this business. Like I said, I am not subscribing to those who will use their platform to malign people or say the wrong things. No, but there are people who are genuinely doing responsible blogging on social media. So whatever bill you're trying to pass will affect them. Not malign people, not lie, not do journalism against personal attack. I'm not subscribing to that. So these are the people you want to come and open office. Somebody who probably just have a smartphone. Like I said, you people are just so detached, so far away from reality. Because why? Every time you are in the air, you're flying to your villages, you fly back to Abuja, you fly to America, you go to London, you go to Europe, you're in the air. I'm sure some of all the senators, some of them are lawmakers, they have not driven from Lagos to Delta State by road. The last time a lot of them drove through that Ibadan Express Road, I'm sure they can't even remember because they're all in their choppers, they're all flying with their private jets and all of that. So they're not down, they don't land to face reality and know exactly what the people are going through. Because if they do, some of the things that they say, they won't even say it. They won't say it. And I'm sure some of them don't even go on social media again because they don't want to know. Let them just be enjoying themselves. And then the son of the president is on one corner telling us that the father is the one that have created the most beneficial economy to all. The father is the greatest president ever in Nigeria. Just say that you guys are looking for ways to easily arrest people when they put a story that doesn't favor you. Just say it, and it will be clearer to us. Anyway, the Senate president responded. Take a look.
But bloggers are slightly different because they can do their business from their bedrooms, they can do their business from their cars, they can do their business from the plane, anywhere they are. So I think the best thing is for the bill to go for second reading, and after the second reading, while we are at a public hearing, a lot of people could be invited to make their inputs. I'm very certain that by the time it comes back to us for possible passage into law, it definitely would have been different and much more streamlined. But at least the general idea is there, and his job was just to provide the general principles. It will be clear. I don't want the world to misunderstand us as if the Senate is trying to gag the social media. No, that is not the intention here. The intention is for tax purposes and also to have a register of. In fact, it's good for them because now with the new tax innovation, if you are not making as a company up to 50 million in a year, you are exempted from taxation. And if you are an individual trader and you don't make up to 1 million, you don't have to pay tax. Or you make 1 million or under, you don't have to pay tax. So for the purpose of tax and for the purpose of clarity of what you are doing and for record purpose, I think this is a good bill. However, I was looking to see whether there is any way it will tend to gag the freedom of expression or tend to stop the business of, in quote, bloggers.
You see, the Senate president was smart in answering that question, but you see, we will not fall for it. You see, all this saying that it pays bloggers better so that when you're not making so much money as a blogger, you will be exempted from paying taxes and all of that. That is supposed to be a good thing, right? But you see, the negatives that will come by having an office, especially the intimidation, the harassment, the constant bullying that will come as a result of having a physical office would be more than the taxes that you don't want to pay. Although he's saying that they don't want to be misunderstood, so it doesn't seem like they're trying to guard the media. No. We all know that even if you don't do it today, you will do it tomorrow. It just takes one person to just do a story that doesn't go down well with somebody, and then you guys will come for the person. So this is like a trap, and bloggers are not ready to fall for it. Online media does not operate like the traditional media. There are traditional media will do some kind of, because they are traditional media, there's like some sort of NBC guided code and all of that. The social media is not built in a way to function or operate like traditional media. So if you want to control online media like the traditional media, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because they might be media, but they are not the same thing. They operate differently. In any way, all of a sudden, online media is looking like the demon here. But when it comes to political times, when it comes to time for campaigns, time for election, is this same online media platform that you all go to spread your propaganda, to harass people, or to do your campaigns. All of a sudden, you want to control them because one or two stories doesn't go in your favor. They are not like they are the ones that are now the bad media group or media platform. You see, anything the government they put their hands, they destroy it. The Nigerian entertainment industry is seeing some, progress and success because the government's hand is not in it. Some those who are online doing genuine business are operating and making, seeing a little success because the government's hand is not in it. That is the point I am making. Every sector that is somehow youth driven sees some level of success. And then when the government sees that the youths are thriving with this, they want to come in. And if they're coming in, they're not coming in with good intentions. They come in and then want to divide and rule, put chaos, sow seed of discord amongst people who have been operating properly, and then before you know, they destroy that sector. That is what they do. So everybody should be on alert. This bill serves only Senator Ned Nwoko's interest because, you see the stories that comes out about him all the time. That is why, trust me, Ned Nwoko does not push any bill that seem to want to favor everyone else. I've never seen him on that floor push any motion that concerns the youth or sponsor any bill that concerns the youth. Anybody can prove me wrong. I have never seen. But this one about blogger, when there are economic crises at hand that needs urgent attention, people should resist this thing because it's going to gag the media. That's the truth. During Buhari's time, we remember how they shut down Twitter for a very long time. Twitter was down in Nigeria. That is even when they didn't have, there was no online regulation. Can you imagine if the regulation comes to become law? Do you know what would happen? You see, the Senate seemed to be doing way too much lately. But sadly, they're not even doing anything beneficial to the people. From bringing shame and disgrace to the nation to wanting to look at how they will approve the state of emergency that happened in the River State, to just doing the way they are like and operating like a court that nobody can tell them what to do. They are just doing things and just running the Senate as if it's their private homes. You see now this bill to regulate social media has passed the second reading. We are watching. Because when this thing eventually becomes a law, trust me, those operating online, you, every one of us, we're going to have a problem. Yes. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you again in my next video. Bye for now.